Hello, 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 guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for another interview here on the King Simon Entertainment platform, Hollywood Now platform, where we bring to you one-on-one Hollywood stars, insiders, influencers on our platform. As you can see next to me, there's no exception to today's interview. We have the great artist with us, Jaguar Wright. Before we get started, I want to give her formal introduction, just a little bit. I know it's a lot, but just give her a little bit. She's an artist, a songwriter, R&B and neo soul, and also a narrator. She has worked with such greats as Jay Z, Roots, the OK Player Collective, Bahami Medea. I think I'm saying that right.
Bahamadia.
Medea,
hmm
as well as debut albums from MCA, 3D, Lost, Beautiful,
Yeah.
the album Denial, Delusion, and Decisions, Divorcing Neo to Mary Soul in 2005, and so much, much more. We here today to talk to the great Jaguar Wright. How you doing, love?
What's up?
Just a little bit. That's a little bit. She does so much more, but I'm so glad to finally have her on the platform today. And I
I
just
know.
start off my interviews with where did your passion for music begin, artistry to begin? I know you was born in New Jersey, raised in Philadelphia, but such a rich city of Philadelphia is. Where did it
hmm
all begin? And you remember your love for music, for art, what you was into at that time.
Always there. It was just always there. It was always ever present. People always ask me, when did I decide? And I always tell them, I never decided. I never even chose. I was born and I am.
Yes.
And I've spent a lifetime learning how to be comfortable just living in what I am. To have all that I have inside of me and to wrestle with that as a child. I don't even people even think about that part. I started singing complicated jazz pieces at the age of 12.
Mm.
I was singing things at the age of 12 that adults were struggling with. And it all came so effortlessly for me. I am obsessed with being prepared.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So anything that I've done, know that I've done it 100 times before I've done it anywhere else. I believe in readiness and preparedness. So I'm always studying music. I'm always listening. I'm always, if you truly want to be considered a master of your craft, then you have to always be at your craft.
Yes. And you always mention those that was around you at that time and that influenced you at that time. But when
Mhm.
you talk about it, you always say it's like Uncle Charlie or my aunt. It's like they were like family to you. But these
Absolutely.
icons that was around you that was there as
Absolutely.
influence, as family, as confidants, as what you were watching,
There
as
are very few people in my age that can say that they were in the presence physically of Teddy Pendergrass before and after the accident.
wow, 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 amazing. That's amazing.
That in itself
Yeah, Teddy. Yeah,
is a mouthful. Even bigger mouthful.
yeah.
Me playing downstairs at the house of Harold Melvin,
Yes.
not me. Me and little Harold being teamed up together to be boyfriend and girlfriend when we grew up. And
Hmm.
what he ended up being was my stylist. Like people talk about people that they admire, and that's fine. But these are people I actually know.
Yes.
These are
Yes.
people I actually spent time with.
And what did the Philly sound mean to you then? Because I know it.
Everything,
Yeah, but
everything.
your sound, like, did you always? Because you had that sound so young. A lot of people
hmm
ever to get a sound like yours. You know what I'm saying? When you sound like
Yeah.
yourself, you sound like nobody else. So was that natural? Did you work at that? Like, how did
Well, I
you
worked at that.
have to sound
I
the way?
worked at that.
Okay.
I worked at that. For about 4 or 5 years of my young life, and when I say young life, I mean before the age of 18, I used to do this thing where 1 month I would only listen to one artist,
Hmm.
only study their sound, their music until I could do it just like them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when people hear my voice, it's not that it's just my voice, it's a collection of all of the many voices that I've studied, and I found a way to make it my own,
Mm, 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 mm,
which is why I'm able to show up in almost anything
mm.
as me. My sound is indigenous to only me.
Yeah. And but something what the industry traditionally tends to do with someone who sounds so uniquely but yet so amazing, they begin to put them in this
But
box, and they try to make them stay in like soul genre. But the sound is so universal. The sound could be in any genre of music. So what was that challenge like, to have such a unique, strong voice, but to stay outside the box when you're performing? Your
you
art.
got to keep evolving.
Mhm.
You can never get too comfortable.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Like, for instance, we were having a conversation coming home from the club last night, and my cousin was playing Jill Scott, and she loves Jill Scott, and I get it.
Mm,
She loves Jill Scott too. I
yes.
used to love her. Um, and we were listening, and she was playing all these songs that I never heard because I'd stopped listening.
Hmm.
Um, and so I'm sitting there giving it a fresh ear and a fresh listen. And everybody asked me what I was thinking, what my opinion was about her later work after her and I stopped being friends in 2005. And I said, I'm kind of disappointed.
Mm,
She keeps choosing the same kind of tracks. She keeps working with the same kind of per pay track producers. What made those earlier albums so special was the Philly sound was such a big part of it.
mm,
And if you're going to stay in the same vein and stay in the same realm, then don't break the recipe. The recipe was Touch of Jazz.
mm,
The recipe was Carvin and Ivan. The
mm,
recipe was Andre and Vidal. The
mm,
recipe was Jeff Bradshaw. The
mm.
recipe was Philly.
Philly, Philly, Philly. Yeah, yeah,
You're not going to get that kind of feeling messing with these other people.
yeah. So
Now, I'm
the
not saying don't mess with other people,
yes,
just don't mess with the recipe.
right, right. Talking about the Hidden Springs early work.
Exactly. The connection, the energy. Like we were listening to It's Love. And I remember when those horns were being done. I remember when Jeff Bradshaw, and I'm listening, I'm like, see, this is it.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
It's the recipe.
yeah. And so now you can see the struggle of trying to put that recipe back together, and it's not working.
Well, I mean, it's easy to put the recipe together. You just got to pay niggas.
Okay. Because it's like you can't get that back. Like why you can't get that Philly, what's
There
missing?
will never be another Jay-Z unplugged.
Oh my God. That's when I remember you sitting in that chair. I remember you on MTV. I remember
The
you.
recipe.
Yeah, I remember.
They tried to do it without me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fell flat.
Yeah. But I remember I
If
actually,
it needs baking soda to rise, the nigga put the baking soda in.
yeah, I remember that. That was amazing. That was history. That was cultural history right there. And
It'll never happen again unless you put that same energy in the room.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
The recipe.
What would it take?
That's why Luther Vandross was Luther Vandross.
So what would
He
it
never messed with the recipe.
So what would it take for Jay-Z to bring you back and get that going again? What would it take? Like he got the money. What would it
For
take?
him to go to the nearest church that serves Jesus Christ, drink all the holy water, and be dipped. I
Okay.
won't touch it.
Okay. So I'll be remiss if I did not mention also, you have to watch those artists that just not only have a high caliber in their artistry,
Mm.
but songwriting, which is a whole nother.
Oh,
And here you are, just as great as artistry as a songwriter. You be writing the fire. You write that fire. So I have to ask you about the songwriting. How did you horn that skill? Where did that come about?
I wanted to be an MC.
Mm,
I became an MC, and then I decided that singing had more longevity.
Mm,
All I did was put my MC abilities into voice.
mm,
See, what you are one thing, you are in all things.
yeah.
I can write anything
Mm,
because I allow myself to marry to it. I allow myself to be a part of it. I can't wait to finish my rock project. I so can't wait.
that'd be amazing. That'd be.
Um, I wrote a song called Palace of Disbelief.
Mm.
Listen here. Mm. Oh, what's the first line? Palace of Disbelief. Mm. Oh, what's the second verse? Maybe if I think of the second verse, I remember the first. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. But the chorus, well, let me just talk about what the song is about. It's about a woman who has come to the end of her rope with a love affair gone wrong and too long. And this man doesn't want to believe that she's leaving, but she's out the door. She's gone. And he's sitting there thinking, waiting for everything to go back to normal, and he don't realize it's over. And so oh, second verse. Does it smell good walking through your dead garden? Or is it really Captain? Cause it he's walking around the dead roses and posies, filling your head with more lovesick poetry. Has your phone rang in the past 25 days? Tell me, haven't you noticed? Aren't you amazed? No one calls you. No one's missing you. No one wants you. I do suspect you know just what is real. What's real? I think that you decided to just give into your fears. I got a parting gift to give straight from me to you. No matter how hard you try to find, reality will always find you. So cancel the main service, cancel the long name, cancel the driver, put the keys right back in his hand, 'cause it's over. It's all over. Now you're alone in your palace of disbelief. Cancel the mass, cancel the credit cards. Stop putting inventory down in the wet bar, 'cause it's over. It's all over. Now you're alone in your palace of disbelief. Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
It's
Jaguar, right, everybody. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's
I
amazing.
can show you better, I can tell you.
Okay, as a all this new young talent out there, who as a songwriter you say, if I get my hands on this person, I know I can make them great. I know I can make hits with this person. Like who you want to get your hands on as a songwriter?
Well, right now I'm just listening.
Okay.
And the truth is, when I listen, I don't listen as a mentor or a developer. I listen as a fan.
Mm.
And I look at the artists that I would like to work with. Um, Tom Mishk.
Kamish.
I don't want to get my hands on him. I want him to get his hands on me.
Yeah,
Tom Mishk.
Kamish.
Oh my God. For me, 20 years ago, it would have been Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse.
But for me, it's Tom Mishk. As far as European, especially British talent, singing, songwriting, composing.
Mm.
Oh my God.
What
Anytime I listen to In the Midst of It All
messed up it all?
by Tom Mishk.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh my God. Um,
What about music?
Tom Mishk, definitely.
What about Munich Long? What about Coco Jones? What about
I think Coco Jones is good on her own. She don't even. As much as I would like to work with a lot of these kids, they're in the system,
mm,
and I don't have anything to do with the system.
yes, yes.
Um, I know what they're about to experience. I know what they're about to go through, and everyone's making a big deal about all of these up and comings, but nobody's asking why has Lizzo been so quiet ever since she won Grammy of the Year?
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. Because Lizzo,
Like she won Album of the Year. Why is she so quiet?
I look. I was surprised she had the biggest, the largest following that she actually have. I was like, how did she get this big following? But
But that's not my point.
yeah,
Who wins Album of the Year, beats out all of these other people, and then go completely radio silent after?
I, they,
This is the time you're supposed to be out there promoting all the other projects. This is the time you're supposed to be out there promoting the new project. This is the time you're supposed to be out there kissing the babies with the people, doing this, meet and greets, hosting, yada yada. She's not even as prevalent on social media as she was.
so enlighten us. What you think it is? System?
I think Beyonce said, bitch, you better sit your ass down after you walked away with my award.
They say Beyonce be destroying careers still, huh? Oh,
Look, to Mary J. Blige probably still sending a hate mail.
mm.
Mary J. Blige got online after Lizzo won and put rap lyrics.
Oh my God, man, amazing! But I know Mary J. Blige. She can act now. She's been doing good on the TV show. She's been acting her
She's
butt
doing
off.
better than she was. I wouldn't say she's doing great. She's doing better than she was.
Oh my God! So as far as music, is anybody that you happy about? Anybody that you enjoy listening to? Who's in Jaguar Wright playlist right now?
Sir,
Hmm?
Sir,
Okay.
SIR, Mr. Sir, D Smoke brother.
Okay.
He on TDE.
Okay.
I hope he finds his own way.
Mm.
Cause man, if he could go independent,
Mm.
that would be huge,
Yeah.
But absolutely, sir. Nothing even matters. War, something new, just all of his records. Just, I would love to be able to meet up with him if he ever goes home to visit the kinfolk and get him and Chronix in the studio and just jam.
Yeah. Amazing.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hunting out Chronix when me and TJ go to Jamaica for her 40th birthday this year. Like I'm hunting for Chronix.
Mm. 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 Mm.
The work he's done. I mean, in my opinion, Chronix is the new Bob Marley.
Amazing. Working
I
with
wouldn't be surprised if he was one of them bastard grandbabies, honestly.
amazing. Working with such greats like Jay-Z, the Roots. Okay,
Yeah,
perspective. Like, did you see Jay-Z becoming what he's become? Like, did you see that?
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
that was always in his vernacular and his presence.
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Everything that happened to that man has been intentional.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's done a lot of shit to make sure it happened.
You think it was smart that he broke away from Damon? Because a lot of people said Damon was the catalyst behind a lot of it. But it seemed like
I think I think he can't never go to fuck home to Marcy Projects is what I think.
okay. So you thought that was a good move that he broke away from Damien, right?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. I think it was the stupidest thing he ever did.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was just the most profitable thing to do.
Mm, 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 mm,
They gave Judas 30 pieces of silver.
mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I will never condone any of his actions or say that I agree with them. I understand them.
Yes.
As a logical and critical thinker, I understand them, but I could never do that.
Yeah. People think because you're successful as a result or post for something you did.
I mean, people talk about how bad he did Dame.
Yeah.
They should look at what he did to D Haven.
Mm. Yeah. 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 A lot of people see him as a good move because now he's richer, he's more successful. A lot of people see it as
He's a
being.
slave.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a slave to his own obsessions, to his own greed.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you build an empire on malicious intent, the one thing you can guarantee is that it will end with malicious intent.
Intent. Yes, that's true. No,
Things always end the way they began.
yes, absolutely. I undergrad at UC, the UC Regents, and
Hmm.
did our outdoor concert, and the headline was the Roots. I'll never forget the outdoor concert when
Yeah.
it went off, and the light came on, and the drummer was sitting there. All you saw was his drummer. Everything else was
Oh
dark.
yeah. Amir,
It was
Amir.
amazing.
Our
The
manager Richard Nichols
Oh my God.
devised all of those plans, stage plots, like he knew how to frame us.
Oh my God. It was
Shout
amazing.
out to Dick's Pop. Shout out to Richard Nichols. God
Amazing.
bless the dead. May he rest in peace
Yes,
and
that
forever continue to enlighten and inspire us. Um, can't none of us take credit for what we became in the media world. We were all, you know, little ideas in Richard Nichols' head, and he blew us to full life and gave us the confidence to be ourselves. So,
amazing.
there's no way
Sound
anybody could say any of our names and not mention Richard Nichols at the same time.
amazing. That I just remember the sound that it's like instrumental, like what
Mhm.
they get from true
He
music.
designed the sound. Him and John Smelts designed that sound.
Amazing. Amazing.
It was curated by them
True
and
musician.
executed by us.
And even I always thought about the Roots, the way they assembled the actual instruments that they play.
Mhm.
Who would have known the instruments of the tuba and this all would sound great together? Like you pick out the whole symphony, you pick out those instruments, and
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying? How
Well, the horns was a jet because the horns wasn't there when we were young. The horns was a jet because Amir is such a plagiarist. So
mm,
when he saw Raphael Sadiq get
mm.
a number 1 record with a tuba for Still Ray, oh, Amir was like, "Oh, we gonna get some tubas," and he always jacking some shit. But it sounds great, so I
Yeah,
ain't hating. Hey,
sounds amazing. No, I remember that concert, and I just always remember hearing them play live. The sound,
yeah.
how warm,
There's nothing like it.
nothing
And
like
yet they've never sounded the same without me.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No, no, that sound was amazing.
All that shit on stage and you're still missing old Jag.
It's such a symphony because when you think about dance and how dance
Hmm.
could emulate a perfect song and through dance,
Right.
your
Mhm.
sound emulated that root sound perfectly through song, through the sound.
Absolutely.
It was like it was a symphony, it was perfectly meshed together.
And it'll never happen unless all of those ingredients come together to put that recipe back in on the plate.
Amazing. Yeah, but like you say, things happen and just,
Can't mess with the recipe.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I agree. But your contribution has been unparalleled. Songwriting, your musicianship, your vocals. I just, lots of times, you be wanting to be the best. And sometimes it's just, you have to be independent to find your own way to
I
create
am the best.
to be yeah,
I'm the best me
yeah,
that there is.
yeah.
Like that's the issue with the game and me. I was never in competition. I never wanted any of their spots. I never wanted to be in any of their situations. I was always focused on competing with myself.
Yeah. But you can still write hits though. You can so much other stuff in the industry you
I,
can
I'm about to do a whole lot of things because everybody done talked so much stuff about it. I ain't got it no more. I'm fitting to dust these old bones off and show them how to get it.
but and also to your credit as well, just your contribution as well. But the way you came on YouTube and shut YouTube down, like I'm like you set YouTube upside down in a frenzy. I'm talking about. I mean, you turned it upside down. Talking about viral on top of viral. It's like so whatever you want to do, whatever you choose to do, like you're good at it. You're the best at it because when you came in YouTube, I'm like, y'all can say what y'all want, but she turned YouTube upside down. She did. She did.
Well, I went from being a viral sensation to actually having my own sector now.
Yeah, yeah. And Delphi is doing great, and it's going to continue to do great. Yeah,
Absolutely. We're about to do the relaunching, and I guess I'm going to give you a little exclusive. Part of the reason why I was late with you today was because we were in the middle of our first production meeting for
Wow.
my reality TV series called Welcome to the Circus.
Wow. So a lot of
We
original.
start filming in a month.
Wow. So you're gonna have more and more original programming coming, and just great shows coming on Delphia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's about to get serious. Keep It a Bean podcast officially comes back September of this year. Um, and that's going to be interesting because I'm doing a full journalistic dive into revealing Legina Gold.
Mm, mm.
I have all of the footage from all of the interviews that I did with her while I was documenting her psychosis and her commitment to her imagination. And I'm actually going to be inviting her to come and do a final interview with me.
Wow. And will you have like artists and other people on your podcast? Like who
Absolutely. There's going to be so much great stuff. But before the year is out, I will promise you that I will
yeah,
be doing my own homage to 50-year anniversary of hip hop. And I'm going to bring all of the people onto my podcast that the BET Awards seem to have forgotten existed.
yes, absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, we love you, Jaguar, and just want the absolute best for you. Congratulations on the new relationship and just
Thank
everything you do.
you.
Like,
She's amazing. She bought me a chicken cheesesteak in Texas.
oh my God. Well, thank you so much. It's amazing, man.
I
So,
even got tasty cakes. Like she got me a whole Philly lunch in Texas. Amazing.
and it was good.
Delicious.
Wow, amazing. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on my wonderful platform with your wonderful self, doing this platform for me. And like I said, she's gonna be a friend to the show. She's coming back, y'all. Trust and believe she's coming back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So continue to God. Let them know how they can get in touch with you, how they can help with Delphia, how they can connect with you, how they can help. Let them know your cash app,
Right
everything.
now, well, my Cash App, I'm not messing with my Cash App right now. I got a couple of things that I need to figure out. So I send everything to TJ's Cash App, um, which I don't know by heart. But honestly, if you just go over to our YouTube page, which is T and J, ain't that cute?
Yes.
Her name is TJ, but she's T and I'm J. And so our YouTube channel is T and J, and we keep everything in our community page. Um, Cash App information if you want to donate to what we're doing.
Tell them.
Our call, the link to our call. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. We started a new technology platform called Coffee,
Absolutely. It's amazing.
and Coffee is just blowing up.
Yes.
And it's where I go now to drop all my tea.
Yeah, for sure. For
So
sure.
now all these content creators have been one by one showing up, signing up to Coffee to
Yeah.
get the tea.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
the subscription is only $5 a month.
That's so dope. And
That is a small price to pay
we can get our
to
headlines
get
from.
yourself some exclusive Jaguar tea
Yeah.
that you can turn into thousands of views.
Exactly. Content for sure. For
And
sure.
we're really trying to turn our coffee lounge into like a tastemakers lounge for content creators.
Okay.
Um, this week we'll be doing our two new segments on coffee. The first one is what happened to you this week on YouTube.
Mm.
And that is going to be a segment which will never be more than 2 hours long,
Okay.
with other content creators. By the way, we would love to have you
I would love to be.
as one of the content creators to be a part of the conversation, just to talk about all of the weird and crazy stuff that we have to go through to get the content that we bring to you. Like if people think that what happens on the screen is crazy, they should see all of the nutty stuff that goes on in the background, and they
I'm t-
get to we're opening up that space for all of these content creators to just come and be like, yo, bro, you really don't know. But
Yes.
not only that, I think it's a relevant conversation to have behind a paywall because it gives fledgling content creators the opportunity to come and listen to seasoned veteran content creators talk about pitfalls, talk about what went wrong with this story, talk about why they had to change this thumbnail, who they had to talk to, this and this and this. And even any receipts that they may expose in the coffee room, it's behind a paywall, so you can't film it, you can't record it. Otherwise, I'm gonna come for your teeth. So, it's like it's a safe space. And I encourage these young content creators to come and be a part of that conversation because you might be able to learn a whole lot of us so you can avoid a lot of the pitfalls that we went through when we just got started. So I mean that I would love it if you would come. And then the other segment is story time with Jaguar. And story time with Jaguar is just me having candid conversations about different artists that our coffee audience wants to know about. Like last week, they requested Michael Jackson.
Mm.
So it's probably going to be Thursday, but we'll be putting the link up in our community page on our YouTube channel. And I will be having a discussion with whoever's in the coffee lounge at the designated time about the rise and demise of Michael Jackson from my own accounts, things that I witnessed, things that I experienced, receipts that I saw with my own eyes, the whole 9 yards. So, I mean, I've been to Encino.
Mm.
I grew up recording in Sigma Sound where the Jackson 5 recorded. Um, I do have my own personal take and account on what happened, and people want to hear it from my perspective. So, yeah, I'm going to be spilling my guts on Michael this week. And
Man.
yeah, so we have that. And then, of course, we do our exclusive We Dropping Hot Tea moment. Um, and it's all behind a paywall. So now, if you're going to jack my content, at least pay me $5 a month for it. And I think that's a very, very, very small price to pay.
Well, price to pay. But thank you
Oh,
so much.
Lord.
Thank you so much. And yeah, definitely connect with her. Definitely reach out to her. Stay connected. And we're going to continue to move forward. And like I say, I'll be over there and you'll be over here. And thank you so much for doing the platform. I really do appreciate it.
Welcome to the circus.
Welcome to the second. We're here for a good ride, boy. But it's going to be a
Absolutely.
good
Oh,
ride.
my love, it's been fun.
It's been all fun. Thank you so much. Like I say, see you soon and talk to you real soon. Thank you so much for coming on.
Gratitude.
All right, then.
Gratitude. I say.
All right, there you go, guys. Thank you so much. Another great interview here on Keystime Entertainment. The great artist Jaguar Wright just graced the platform Keystime Entertainment here on Hollywood Now, which is our one-on-one celebrity one-on-one star power, and also the Cultural Scribe, which is our artist. She fit both platforms, so we're gonna be uploading them on both channels. Make sure you guys hit the Cash App to support us directly as we continue to move forward. Support us to continue to go everything back into the platform. Make sure you guys subscribe. The subscription link is following down below. Also for the Cultural Scribe, make sure you guys do the link right down below. Make sure you guys share, subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like button. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another interview. More great interviews are coming up here on Keystime Entertainment, Hollywood Now, and the Cultural Scribe, as well as Flex P at his best and all of our other great programming. We have not even forgot about Until After Rings. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the love. Jaguar Wright, thank you so much. She'll be back. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Yeah.